Hey everyone, so today I'm going to try and show you how to play my game, which is called Auction Lords, and I am the designer, Andrei Godelan. And this is going to be a brief tutorial on what the game is and how to play it. Basically, this game is a bunch of people visiting storage units in order to try and get the most valuable items. We have a bunch of items here, over 100 items, and we are going to visit several storage facilities which are depicted in the number of rounds we are going to play. You can choose to play the game from 4 rounds or from 6 rounds going down, and you also have this red slip to keep track of the round you're in. Whenever you finish a round, just place it on number 3, for example, then 2 and 1. Okay. And now I'm going to try and explain to you the object of the game basically is to have the most money at the end. Each player starts with $2,500, and also from their character card you can see they also get a bonus amount. This character gets $40. We also have this other character that has $35. I hope you can see here. It is here. Okay, and each character has special abilities. For example, this character here has the ability to steal. Basically, the steal works just as in Settlers of Catan or Catan, where you choose one of the items from another player, and you cannot look at them, and you have to pick one and you put it in your deck, in your hand, and that item then becomes yours. For example, this other player has another ability, which is the break ability, and this is very similar to the steal ability, but the only difference really is that instead of taking the card you drew from the other player in your hand, you just return it to the item deck and you just shuffle that deck. Okay, and each character also comes with a name, of course. This character is called Jenny, and this other character is called Chuck, and you can choose from 6 other characters because there are a total of 8 characters in Auction Lords that you can choose from. You can choose the Doc, Erica, Jerry, William, Billy, the Colonel, and that's it. Basically, you have these 8 characters. You can choose to play with a minimum of 2 players and up to 8. Okay, so I've showed you the basically what the character cards do. I'm going to explain what this +2 to common items means. Basically, every character has an item expertise, an item that he's specialized in. For example, Jenny is very well experienced with common items, and I'll get to the items as well. I'll also show you that Chuck is specialized, he has expertise in special and rare items, but not as well as Jenny because she has +2. Whereas Chuck only has +1 to special and +1 to rare. And I'll show you what that means in a second. I'm going to show you the item deck. Of course, I also created something interesting. You can also draw custom items besides the regular items. I'm just going to try and find the regular item for you. Okay, for example, this item. As you can see here, this is pretty much a lady's shoe, leather multicolor pumps. And each item has some particularities written on them. For example, you can also see that there's a box here, box symbol, that shows the number of 1. That basically tells you that this item occupies 1 space in your imaginary truck that you carry the items with after you shop for them. And also each item has a value. For example, this item is valued at $10. Okay. And also each there are 4 categories of items in the game. You have common items, which are the most common, let's say. There are 55 of these. We also have special items represented by the letter S. I'm going to try and find one here. As I've told you, there are a lot of common items. I'm going to try and look at the deck further on. Okay, so this would be a special item. The gaming headset, it has an S. There are also the special items are 36 in the game. There are also 18 rare items. which you can tell by the letter R. And also there are some unique items which are designated by the letter U accordingly, of course. I can find the unique right now, but I promise you that the letter U is there. There are only 2 unique items in the game for you to shop, for you to get. Of course, those are the most valuable. Also, I wanted to let you know that this amount of space is very important because you cannot carry more than 15 spaces worth of items. When you try and sell things, at the end of each round, there will be a trading and selling phase where you try and sell your items. With your character alone, you can only sell up to 15 spaces worth of items, but you can also expand this limit by buying a store. Stores automatically give you an extra 15 spaces worth of items to carry, and also come at a cost. For example, this costs $500, and also they can broaden your expertise level. For example, if you were to buy this antique store, which is the most expensive at $500, you would also get the expertise level of +2 to rare items and +1 to unique items. And I'm going to try and also let you know how the bonuses work, because basically what these expertise allow you to do, they also give you bonus values to each item that you sell. For example, as I've told you, Jenny has +2 to common items. I'm going to try and find the common bonus cards here. Okay, so this is the common bonus card. Each bonus card on the back has the values for the unique items, because there are only 2 items and they don't vary so much in value wise. They're all over $4,000. Okay, and I'm going to get to why that's important. And basically what this bonus card does, it shows you, for example, let's take this clock, this alarm clock. If you look at it, if you bought this alarm clock with the Jenny character, you would get $20 for it, but you would also, because you have +2 to common items, you can also look at the value of the item, which is 20 in this case, and look at your bonus reference sheet and see that if for items worth from $1 to 100, which this item is, because it's worth $20, you would also receive at the +2 column, you would receive $10. So you would sell this item at the bank. We also have the game money, of course, for a total of $30, because you have the value on the card 20 and the value on the bonus cards, which give you +10 to this item. And you do this for each item. For example, if you also had this item, you would then sell it for $10 here, and because it's also within the $1 to $100 area, you would also get another $10 for this item. So basically you would also get you would get double for this item. You'd get $20 for an item that only is worth 10. So having expertise in certain items is important. If you don't like what expertise you have, as I've told you, you can buy once per game by a store. There are 3 types of stores you can get. This is the antique store, of course. We also have the thrift store, which gives you +2 to common items. This would not be helpful for Jenny because she already has +2 to common items, and you cannot have more than +2 to any item expertise. That is the limit. But it would help, for example, Chuck, who only has +1 to special and +1 to rare. He could also get +2 to common, so this would be really helpful. And I've told you how this works, and now I'm just going to show you how we put the storage units in play and how this actually works, how the game works. Basically, as I've told you, if we played this game, for example, at 4 rounds, each round represents a storage facility that we're visiting, and to determine how many storage units we will visit, because here are the storage units, they are face down right now. They can also be face up, and you see a % value on the face up side. It's different. Two of the storage units have the same value, and there are a total of 8 storage units in the game. And these values are important, and I'll get to them right away. Basically, these values help you determine how many of the items that you choose to put in the storage unit are placed face up and how many are placed face down. Basically, the % value actually shows you after to determine how many items are in any storage unit, we roll 2 dice. We have, the game comes with these 2 nice dice, pretty big, and so for example, let's roll 2 dice, and we got the result of 1 and 4, which is 5, a total of 5. And you would look at the storage unit. For example, if you played the 60% storage unit, you would look at this unit reference sheet, and you would see that for 60% at a roll of 5, just 1 second, you would place, I'm not sure if it's clear here, but it says 3, so you would place 3 of the items face down by drawing them from the item pile. So 1, 2, 3 would be face down in the storage unit, and the other 2 would be placed face up. 1, 2. So you would be able to see these 2 common items, and you also had in play the 2 items that are face down, which you cannot see right now. I also wanted to show you the fact that you also have other character abilities before I go to the storage units and how they come into play. You also have the peek ability, which comes on certain players, like it shows here for Jenny, the steal ability, and for Chuck, the break ability. You have the peek ability, which I think it's intuitive. This helps you look at one of the items that are face down in a storage unit. So if a player would either choose to use this opportunity deck card, which can be used whenever you pay $300, only once per turn, per round, I'm sorry, because you can also only use your ability once per round, because you have a red clip that shows you when you've used the item. After using the item, you can remove the red clip, and you know that you've used the steal card, the steal ability from the character. But you can also once per round buy a card from the opportunity deck, which is shuffled, and you could get, for example, the peek one. You always pay $300 for every ability that you buy from the opportunity card deck. And with these cards, when you choose to play them, they give you that certain ability. Okay, we had the peek one, so basically you can look at one of the face down cards. And also I wanted to explain to you how the custom ability works. Basically, a custom item is an item formed out of 2 items that we draw from the item deck. The first combination of common plus special, it doesn't matter in which order, you can also have a special plus common come from here. So you draw the first card, and you see that it's a common card. This one you keep because it helps you create your custom item that I've told you is comprised of common plus a special item, 1 common and special item, and you start drawing again. And we are lucky we right away drew a special card, and this one creates the custom item. And then we put back the opportunity item back here, and we shuffle the cards again. And now I've showed you how to create the custom items. These items might also come in play, as I've showed you, from the main item deck, as we had this custom item here, and also some of the characters have them on their special ability. Okay, and now I wanted to explain to you how the storage units come in play. Okay, so basically these units come in play at the start of each round to determine how many units out of the total of 8. We only have 8 units in the entire game. There can only be 8 units in each round. We roll one of the dice. Let's say we roll the white die, and we roll the 2. Okay, so this shows to the result you rolled, you always add +2. So we had 2 here, we add +2, we have 4 storage units that we are going to play. We are going to remove 4 of the units here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we discard those, and the remaining will be played one at a time by placing them upward, face up. And as I've told you, to determine how many items are in each unit, you roll 2 dice and look at the percent value, also using the reference sheet. As I told you, 10% on a roll of 6. So a roll of 6 is here, 10% is here. That shows me that I have to place one of the items face down. And basically the game goes on like this. At the end of each round, we sell our items using the reference, bonuses, and also the items that we cannot carry, we can sell to the other players for money. That's pretty much the whole game.